everyone, welcome to the channel. I make lighthearted videos about movies and TV shows, so if that sounds good to you, you're probably in the right place and consider clicking that subscribe button. Anyways though, of course, today's lighthearted video is about abuse. Today, we're taking a look at the Cartoon Network show, The Amazing World of Gumball, a cartoon show that's not usually known for being about abuse. But today, we're looking at the worst rated episode of the entire show, called The Girlfriend. Now, at this time, I would like to point out that this episode is rated lower than the episode The Boys. So, you know what that means. The boys are better! Boys! Boys! Who needs a girlfriend when you got the boys? But yeah, if you go to IMDb, you can see this episode is the lowest rated by a pretty good gap. But if I'm being honest, I don't actually think this is the worst episode. I think that goes to the episode 2 above it called The BFF. Now that episode sucked. Of course though, I do want to make it clear that my BFFs don't suck. Cause they're my boys! My boys! That's right, my BFFs are awesome. My boys frickin' fish. That's what we do! But now, let's dive into the controversial, divisive Gumball episode about abuse. And it's gonna be a good time. So we start off with a pretty violent opening as Jamie walks around bullying some school teens by forcing them to cut themselves. No, Jamie, they were teenagers. They were gonna do that anyway. Oh, and she also forced them to eat themselves. So, you know, typical middle school drama. I do not like this sound. But we learn in this episode that Jamie desperately wants a boyfriend, and she decides to make that boyfriend Darwin, without his consent. And while Darwin knows he doesn't want to be there, he thinks that he should just say nothing, and eventually she'll realize that this isn't real love, and she'll come to her senses, and it'll all work out fine as long as he doesn't say anything and just stays silent. And the longer this episode goes on, the more this tactic seems, bad, because Jamie is a literal monster who keeps on threatening consequences for poor old Darwin. And we get all these dialogues and scenes of her just going bananas crazy. And like this one time she beats the crap out of a locker and then is all like, sorry, I lost my temper. You know, things that like abusive people say all the time in movies, along with, oh my gosh, babe, I'm so sorry. Oh, let me go get you some ice. Honey, I don't know how to use the refrigerator. That's kind of your job, you know, you do all the cooking. You gotta understand, I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again. It'll never happen again. I know I said that the last 4 times, but it'll never happen again. I'm working on myself. I'll be a better man. I'll be a better man for you, okay? I'll learn how to use the refrigerator. I'll be a better man. I swear, I'll be a better man, honey. I'll be a better man tomorrow. Honey, it was an accident when I pushed you in front of that bus. You gotta believe me. I'm just so very actually sorry. I'm so sorry, honey. It'll never happen again. I'll try to get this down to like once a week. I'm so sorry. Oh, no, shh, no, shh. I'm sorry. Honey, you gotta understand, I'm so sorry. See, I'm getting better, okay? This is less blood than last time. So yeah, the thing that people hate about this episode is the message they say about relationships. And that is, if you're in a toxic relationship, you should just say nothing, and eventually they'll come to their senses, and it'll all work out. To me, it feels like bad advice to just be like, hey, are you in an abusive relationship? Well, you should just let them keep on going, and eventually they'll figure out that this isn't cool, and it's wrong, and it's abuse. Because when you say things like that, the only thing I can imagine is just like a husband just beating his wife, and then his wife is there just like, any second now, he's gonna realize that this isn't very nice of him. Also, I should just say, I don't make dark jokes on this channel just to be like, ooh, I'm so cool and edgy to be offensive. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. I just try to keep my videos lighthearted. Just for the record, I want to say that So you can't cancel me. Oh, and it also increases viewer duration, which is proven by the fact that you're still watching this video right now. See, you wouldn't still be watching this if this video was just like, The Amazing World of Gumball is a very offensive show, and I didn't like the deep, dark, complex themes it tackled in this Cartoon Network show. Smash subscribe. Then we see her attack and murder Darwin's friend Sarah. But to be fair, she probably should be kind of jealous and watchful over Sarah because she is kind of... No, she is an actual stalker.
It helps that your bedroom has places to hide and the windows don't lock so I can get inside.
And by stalker, I mean like a person who like follows around someone and watches them. Not as in the stalker, as in that really bad short film I made. Then we get this scene where Richard goes to meet her and he does this weird face thing.
Who is she?
Your future daughter-in-law.
Really? Darwin! Woohoo!
Are you done?
Almost.
Modern Gumball started doing this bit a lot where a character will just go and I don't really get why they do that because it's not very funny. And if it's not funny, why do they keep on going? Oh, it's just like this YouTube channel.
What? You find it's hard to swallow?
Then I have plenty more where that came from.
Okay, look, I'd be lying if I said that that scene didn't make me laugh. It made me chuckle. But it also, once again, ties into real-life abuse themes, like disrespecting the other's parents, which is very wrong. Apparently, hey, got him! And I understand, the writers aren't trying to say that this is good. This relationship is obviously toxic, but the advice they're giving out on how to handle it is even more toxic. What? Was this episode written by Britney Spears? I delivered that joke well. Then to reaffirm that this episode is representing a toxic relationship, we have this flash forward. And we see them imagine being wise to her toxicity. And like, this is a joke, but it's almost like too real. Like, this stuff happens in real life. And it's not as funny. And I need to reinstate that I am totally cool with movies and TV shows making dark jokes about these sensitive subjects. I don't really know exactly where my morals fall, but I think you should be able to joke about just about anything. I think there's times when like something is like too soon. And I think that like, if you just got out of an abusive relationship, maybe you'd find this episode offensive. But see, that's also an outside circumstance. Most people didn't just do that. And I think that sometimes we view like movies and TV shows like, wow, this is offensive to us specifically, when like us watching it is an outside circumstance that like the writers couldn't have predicted. You know what I mean? But I think the problem with this episode is that it's saying a actual like toxic message that is so corrupt that it's corroding this episode and making it not funny but kind of sad. Then Jamie decides that Gumball is also now her boyfriend, and this leads to a big chase scene through the dark hallways of the school, and it's very creepy. Just a word of advice though, Jamie. Chasing your significant other down hallways and trying to scare them, and then dressing up like horror movie characters, that's really weird, and I think you have a really weird kink, and I think you should seek therapy. But Jamie is chasing him down these hallways with these horrific scenes. And then we get this one with the cake. And it kind of left me thinking, you know, if Sarah is in a live ice cream cone and she can obviously feel pain like we saw earlier, does that mean that this cake is also alive? And if that's true, does that mean that Jamie just murdered someone? Jamie, I will pay for your therapy, just go. Man, girls be crazy. Also, we get a reference to the episode The Joy, which I will forever remember as the episode that horrified me as a kid and gave me nightmares, but also as the episode that I made a video about. It got 50,000 views, and then I gained 500 subscribers, and then they never watched anything else I ever did. So now, I look dumb, because I have 900 subs, but I get 60 views per video. But you watching, you obviously have enjoyed this video so far because you've watched to this point. So if you could actually consider subscribing and helping me out and actually watching my videos, that would mean a lot to me. So thank you very much. Anyways, I'll shut up now because that's a really privileged thing to say. Sorry, I didn't mean to assert my white privilege over you. Oh, really, liberals? If white privilege exists, how come I'm white and I only get 60 views per video? Checkmate, liberals. But in that episode, we saw Gumball trap his girlfriend in that corner when he was crazy, but now his girlfriend corners him in that corner when she's crazy. Interesting parallel. Also, Jamie tries using candles and all this stuff to attract Gumball, and honestly, I just don't think it's as romantic as she thinks.
Look, candles. Now give me your heart.
Although, playing with fire is pretty hot. Mainly because of the fire.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Laddie, the part of the show where Laddie comes out and sings a silly song. So without further ado, Silly Songs with Laddie.
Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend, no way. I think you need to call 911. Like, seriously, I think she's trying to kill you. Like, your life may genuinely be in danger, and that's why I don't like her. Like, I genuinely think you need a new one. Because, I think she's trying to kill you. Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend, no way, she's got a knife.
This has been Silly Songs with Laddie. Tune in next time to hear Laddie sing.
Everybody got a baby kangaroo.
But then we reach the end, and Jamie realizes she can't force love. It's a mutual bond between two people. And she finally comprehends the message that being abusive is not very cash money of her. Also, when I wrote that cash money line, it accidentally translated to cat's kidney of you. So just remember, being abusive is not very cat's kidney of you. I whipped for the third time in this video. That's way too much. No wonder I'm not gaining subscribers. And then this happens to Darwin.
You know, dude, all you had to do was keep your mouth shut and say nothing.
And people really hated this ending, because while Darwin was the one who did something wrong, and he did get his comeuppance, in the end, they actually say that his message was right, and that it did work. It's really bizarre. And I think that's why this episode is the worst rated episode ever of Gumball. And that is I don't think people know what the writers are trying to say. But I do understand personally that sometimes when you're writing something for kids, you don't think about the broader terms that it can mean for someone older. But on the other hand, you can't really use that as a defense, because a lot of the times, Gumball is actually written for more of a teen audience. Like, there's a freaking Shining reference in here. What 7-year-old is gonna get that? Mommy, look! It's the scary girl from the 1980s film The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick. That's my favorite film. Can I have pizza rolls now? So many people hated this episode because the message is, if you're in a toxic relationship, you should stay silent. And that is not good advice, because if you are in a toxic relationship, you should not stay, you should leave, you should go, and you should tell the guy bye-bye. So in conclusion, this episode has a weird message that might be bad for kids, or maybe the writers just wanted to write something funny and didn't really think about what they were saying. Because I think that sometimes we forget that not every single thing a director or a writer puts in their work is trying to push some sort of agenda. Sometimes it is really just a joke. So laugh. Overall, I see why many people hate this episode, and I would agree that I don't agree with the message at all. And if you're in a toxic relationship, you shouldn't stay silent. You shouldn't stay silent. Maybe I should stay silent. Once again, you need to tell the guy bye-bye. But overall, this episode is still funny. just not the abuse parts. And while I don't personally think it is a horrible episode, I do understand the critiques. That being said, I would never know what being in a toxic relationship is like, because I only have a good relationship. With my boys! Boys. Oh, and also my girlfriend, who is real. She exists. She's in this video, okay? Click the card right there. She's real. It's definitely not one of my boys in a wig. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. If you've never seen me before, I make funny videos about movies and TV shows and now abuse, I guess. And if that sounds good to you, the videos. not the abuse. Consider giving this video a like and also clicking on this video right here. YouTube actually recommends this video best for the viewer, so you're guaranteed to like this video too. So why don't you go ahead and click it? But seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. I know I go on these rants about how I'm kind of sad that I have so many empty subs, but in reality, the people who do watch and support me, I'm glad that I at least do have a core few people that do enjoy what I make. Anyways though, make sure you guys subscribe to support the vision, and I'll see ya.